Alright guys, so I told you that we're going all in on the FRS this year, and one of the first mods that we're doing here is these unequal length headers. I got my friend Nick here, you've met him before.
How you guys doing?
So let's do it. So we ended up going with these. These are the Tomei unequal length headers, and this is a really popular option for these cars. Not only should we be able to unlock a little bit of horsepower and torque with the right tune and the right supporting mods, but being the unequal length, that's gonna give it that classic Subaru sound that like the older WRXs were known for. Make sure I'm not on the radiator like last time.
Yeah, oh my god, dude. I'll get in your stand.
Here's all the stuff that comes in the box. You get all the gaskets and everything that you need. You get some lube for the bolts. And then it comes with that heat wrap, but we decided against using that.
We're not going to use heat wrap on this build. Heat wrap can be really good, especially if your exhaust manifold is near the air intake. If it's too close to the air intake, you can get a lot of heat soak. This is also an NA car, so because it's not boosted, the exhaust isn't going to get crazy extreme hot. So Justin and I really don't think heat wrapping is really necessary on this build. The last consideration is we do have stainless steel headers, but even stainless steel can pit. So because we're in Michigan, unfortunately, there's a lot of salt in the roads and stuff. And this is primarily a summer car, but with heat wrap, a lot of times moisture can get stuck between the wrap and the header, and we don't want to promote rust, surface rust, so.
We'll start by disconnecting the battery. With the car on jack stands, we'll remove the skid plate, which is held on by a few 12 and 14mm bolts. There were a few plastic tabs that attach the fender liner as well.
Oh, I get it. Got it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what do you think about headers on the bottom of the engine?
It's really easy to access.
Compared to what you're used to?
I'm used to LS motors, so this is great because you don't have to work with, you know, as much tight space. It's also towards the front of the car, which is nice. To do headers on LS motors, sometimes you have to lift the engine off the frame a little bit to gain a little clearance.
Next, we need to unplug both O2 sensors. Unplug them at the top first so that they don't get stretched or damaged when you pull the header out of the car. Yeah, that's what it is?
Yeah, for your editing. Can we tell the viewers what it is? This is a 14 mil for your exhaust manifold studs.
Even though this is a newer, low mileage car, a little bit of liquid wrench will help get those stubborn exhaust bolts off.
Got it. I am all that is man. I am all that is man.
This is the oxygen sensor harness we unhooked at the top of the engine. This is the coupling from the exhaust manifold to the rest of the exhaust. There's two 14mm bolts here.
For some reason I thought it was going to be like further back, but it's like it's like right behind the bumper actually.
Super chill. That's excellent.
I think I'm more impressed at how easy you're saying this is.
This is super easy. I mean, coming from LS motors, this is you know, this is as easy as an oil change. It's a little longer, but like, it's just a couple bolts. It's amazing. This is for our exhaust manifold studs. It's a 14 mil deep well on an extension. There's 6 of them. We hit these with PB Blaster as well.
Looks like they're coming off pretty easy though, like even still.
We got lucky. This is a southern car, right? Or did you say it was from Vegas?
We bought it in Ohio, but it came from Las Vegas, yeah.
So there's not a lot of corrosion underneath it because there's good weather there. A hair lower.
Okay.
There you go. So what I did was I put the studs are to the engine, so I cleared the studs here. So you got about 1/2 inch here. So we can come down like a maybe 1/4 inch and then out.
Okay. Oh, there you go. With a bit of wiggling, the old header is out of the car.
Got it?
Yep. This is record time. This is unbelievably easy. LS cars, it takes a whole day. This is like a bunch of oil changes back to back. Just a couple bolts. That's all we're looking at here, folks.
Right now we're on our way to O'Reilly's because we don't have a 22mm wrench.
We literally have like every other size wrench except 22. There's 22.
Alright, so there's the stock one right there, and then there's the new one. All we have to do before we can put that in is we have to move these O2 sensors off. That's why we needed to get that wrench. So we're going to take those off. We're going to put them on these new headers. Okay, so Nick is telling me do not get lube on the tip.
Never lube the tip.
So we're just getting it on the threads right here. When moving the sensors over, pay attention to which one is upstream and which one is downstream. Move them over one at a time so that they don't get mixed up. Alright, so right now we're just taking off this bar that it's shipped with. We're not really sure why they put that on there, but obviously it has to come off before the exhaust can go in the car.
We're gonna put just a little ceramic sealant on the manifold gaskets. So ceramic doesn't really melt. It does, but super high temperature, so it's gonna just help seal it. They give you aluminum gaskets that pinch in place, but this is an insurance policy to make sure we don't get a leak. When you have a leak, sometimes your O2 sensors can get a false reading and it'll trigger a code.
How's it lining up?
It's very good. You want room on the end of the bolt to put the nut on. So I would recommend facing the bolt towards the rear of the car. You'll have a little more clearance to put the nut on.
With the new header installed, torque all the nuts and bolts according to the instructions.
Isn't that easy down there though? You see how that's all laid out?
I could have did this myself.
It's super chill. It's fun, dude. It's great. That was super chill, dude. That wasn't bad at all.
Next day, my neck is like so sore.
If I'm not, you ever see that thick neck guy?
Yeah. It's gonna be me tomorrow. Reconnect the battery, and this DIY is complete. I'll let you do the honors since you did the hard part.
Heavy. Thank you, sir. I'm honored. It sounds good. We'll let it warm up before we rev it a little bit.
Yeah.
That sounds so cool!
This year.
That sounds so cool!
What do you think?
That sounds awesome! That's so awesome!
Are those my shoes?
Did you hear it smooth out a little bit?
Yeah.
It's because the computer compensated a little bit.
Yeah.
If we remove the cat, we'll have to get it tuned for sure.
Yeah.
But I think we'll be okay. Maybe just a little bit MPG hit until we get it tuned. But cool.
Yay!
What?
That sounds so good! Oh man, that's so cool!
All right, so we just finished up the install. Big thanks to my friend Nick for helping me out.
No problem.
I probably could have figured it out on my own, but definitely nice to have someone that's done it before to just make sure it's done right. So yeah, we're gonna do a full exhaust on this eventually. I just wanted to get this project started. So thank you for spending your Super Bowl Sunday with me.
Yeah.
You miss watching the game or
No,
what?
cars over football every time.
All right, so we're actually gonna get some pizza. We'll cut this off here, and then tomorrow I'll do like a before and after sound clip. So yeah.
What is that? What is that?
Hey, girl.
I think you're more excited about the dog than the exhaust.
Yeah, I don't need pizza. I just need glue. Good girl. Look at those paws.
So my first impression out on the road is that definitely has a different sound to it than the stock one did. Now obviously because we still have the stock mufflers and everything, the volume actually isn't too much different than it was before, so we're looking forward to getting the rest of this exhaust, but definitely sounds good. It has that Subaru rumble that we were hoping for. I'm excited though. I know so far on my channel I've done like a lot of aesthetic mods. I've done like some suspension stuff, which is cool, but finally getting into some performance stuff like the exhaust, I'm really excited to learn about, and really think I have my friend Nick, who's really knowledgeable with this stuff, who I can learn from.